Hey guys, thanks so much for showing up today. Today, Bora and I are going to be sharing screens. We are going to be walking through exactly how to set a TikTok shop campaign for affiliate outreach from 0 to 10. We're going to actually send out our very first sample today, or at least have our first messages out to affiliates today. We're going to show you how ridiculously simple it is within half an hour here from beginning to end. If you guys are listening to this on Spotify, don't worry. We're going to walk through every single step so you don't actually have to watch this video. If you're watching on YouTube, stick around right till the end. We're going to show you a lot of really interesting ways to be able to set things up, ways that you're going to be able to actually get responses. We're going to be using AI for this as well to be able to get this done even faster and better. And I'm going to show on my screen exactly how I'm using the Jordan West TikTok Shop AI assistant, something that didn't involve like TikTok Shop exactly. I think I call it like the social commerce AI strategist because it wouldn't publish without that. Really looking forward to diving into that.
Meet Jordan West, the mastermind behind Social Commerce Club and the go-to expert in scaling e-commerce brands. Founder of Social Commerce Club, host of Secrets to Scaling Your E-commerce Brand, e-commerce growth hacker, and a social commerce pioneer. If you're ready to scale your brand, drive real results, and harness the power of social commerce, Jordan West is your guy. Follow him now and take your e-commerce game to the next level.
Before we get into that, Bora, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do and why you and I are doing this together.
Yeah, my name is Bora. I'm one of the co-founders of Reacher. Reacher is a platform for reaching out to creators and getting affiliates to create videos for your brands on TikTok Shop. So TikTok Shop brands and agencies all utilize our platform to automate the whole process. Everything that needs to be done in the Affiliate Center, essentially, like we will show you today with Jordan. And yeah, we've been working with Jordan for months now, have a great relationship going here. And we work with his agency on many different tasks, automating things for their brands and essentially increasing GMV is the end goal.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. So a little bit of background here to the brand that we're going to be setting up. So this is again part of my Let's Build a Brand campaign here together. I'm super excited for this. So I am working with Chris Manus, who is the owner over at Humble Roots. You guys will have seen my previous video where I described what we're going to be doing. And we're going to be building a brand from 0 to hero on TikTok Shop. This brand is already doing approximately this month in March, they're going to do around $50,000 of GMV on the Amazon platform. So they've already started to scale up to there in about 6 months. So doing some really good numbers over there. Again, go ahead and take a look back at the previous video that I did setting up this entire Build a Brand with Me campaign because I'm super excited for you guys to check this out. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting products into the hands of affiliates. So let's first of all talk about what exactly this product is. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you a little bit about Humble Roots, just so you guys can sort of see what this is. This Humble Roots is a great supplement brand. I've actually been taking the supplement, which is where I got this idea with them. So Humble Roots is number one, the two big products that they're going to focus on, no pun intended today, is the focus product. And so this falls into the nootropics category. You can see it's got everything that is hip and happening right now. We've got L-theanine in there. We've got lion's mane. We've got a little bit of caffeine as well coming from green tea. A few different things in here as well that are unique specifically to Humble Roots. So focus is what we are going to focus on today specifically. So we're going to focus on this particular product. We want to get this product into the hands of high performing affiliates to start. Number one, in the background right now, and I'm not going to share my screen and show you guys this, but in the background right now, we are actually getting their reviews hooked up. There is a very short video that I put together that will be somewhere around here. You can go to my channel and check out the video where I actually show exactly how to hook up your specific review platform in the background for your specific product. The great thing with TikTok Shop right now is there are multiple review platforms, including Judge Me, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are using, that actually connect over and port your D2C reviews over into TikTok Shop, which immediately gets you that social proof and builds that trust and credibility that a lot of brands need. So that is the very first step. Go over and check out that video after this one if you guys have not done that yet. So this is the product that we're going to be focusing on. Super excited about it. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Bora, I'm going to let you share your screen now, and we're going to walk through exactly how we're going to set up our campaign and set up some of the first messaging. We're going to get right into follow-up messaging. We're going to go into all of the best practices to actually be able to send out one sample and get 5 videos minimum. So that is always our goal, right? One sample, 5 videos. Bora, I'm going to let you take this now.
Awesome. Sounds good. Let me share my screen. Here we have Chris's Humble Roots Performance shop pulled up in Reacher, which is our portal. And we can just get started right away with creating an automation. So to do that, you want to go to the automations tab and click on message automations. So you create new automation. Now you have the option to do either a direct message, a target collaboration, a mixture of the two. And these are all sent within TikTok Shop. So direct message is sent to the creator's TikTok Shop affiliate creator messaging. And then target collaboration is sent to the affiliate's target collaboration inbox. And then the mixture of the two would be sent to both. For all new brands that have that 1,000 message limit, so any new brand on TikTok Shop will have a 1,000 message limit initially, right? Where you can message any affiliate regardless of their follower count or sales. You want to have the highest chance of reaching that affiliate.
And that's 1,000 messages a week, correct?
So actually for brand new brands, it is 1,000 messages, period. Once you've hit that 1,000 messages, unless you generate a single sale, you won't be able to message anybody else.
So really good to use those first 1,000 messages in the right way.
Yes. You really want to get affiliates responding and creating videos and ideally making sales with those first 1,000 messages. So it's very important.
Awesome.
Like the strategy for the first 1,000 is extremely important.
Awesome. We're going to be walking through this exact strategy right now that you guys need as you start to scale this up.
Right, exactly. And out of all the automations that we have, the highest chance of getting them to respond will be this target collaboration and message at the same time, because essentially the creators all have 2 inboxes. So you want to send it to both inboxes at the same time, because what if one creator checks one inbox but not the other and vice versa? By using this third automation type, you're sending it to both inboxes, so you increase the chance of them seeing your message. So we'll pick that one.
Awesome. Because there are 2, let's just make that super clear here. So there's 2 different inboxes that creators are seeing. Is that correct? They're seeing the collab inbox and the message inbox?
Correct.
Okay.
We can even show in the affiliate center.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, Bora has a couple of different tabs open right now. So has the Reacher tab open, then also has the affiliate center tab open on the other end as well. So we've got both of those open. And then also he does actually have the Humble Roots product open as well. On my screen, I've also got the Jordan West AI strategist open, because we're going to be using that for some of our messaging as we go along here.
Exactly. So the 2 inboxes, as we were talking about, one is this creator message inbox. This is from the seller side view. So right now we're logged in as the seller. So this will look different if you're logged in as an affiliate, but you see this creator messages inbox. That is where you will see all the messages with your creators. So right now we see apparently 2 creators have messaged this brand. This is what it would look like for the seller. And then the creator would see something else. Awesome. And then that is the creator message in the affiliate center. And then this target collaboration tab is where the seller is going to see the target collaborations going out to the creator. So the seller sees it in 2 different places, and so does the creator.
Great. So we have these 2 different inboxes. Let's go back into the Reacher side of things to set this particular automation up.
So we set up the third option, the target collaboration plus message, and then we're going to select the outreach type of new creators list upload. So essentially what that means is that
sorry, instead of test, why don't we actually name this one?
Sure. What do you want to name it?
So why don't we name this one Focus First Send?
First Send. All right.
I'm just doing that because of the product itself. So I want to make sure that the product itself is front and center, so we know which kind of product we're focusing on. There's going to be 2 products that we're going to send out with this particular brand. I think that, no pun intended, that we need to focus on focus. And because it is a hip and hopping and happening type of product right now. And I can tell you personally, I know that on the days that I'm having a little bit of a problem focusing, I do take that product, and it is incredible with the lion's mane and the caffeine in there specifically together. Really helping out my brain. Let's make sure that we're doing focus first send. I think we should also date it. Today is March 21st when we're actually putting this on. And so we're going to put that right in there as well.
Awesome. Now, because we selected that first option in the outreach type, basically you have a couple options here. So you can pick to choose creators from our database. So with Reacher, we have every single creator that is in the affiliate center in our database as well. So you can see here we have over
750,000 creators.
Yep. Just over 750,000. And you can either select from the filters we have here. So for example, health creators would be, this is a supplement, right? So you want to go for health creators. So you can pick health, and then that would filter down significantly to 129,000 creators. And then from there, we want to reach out to GMV generating affiliates, right? You would pick GMV. We could go crazy with 50K plus, or
let's just show what that filter, what does the 50,000 plus filter look like? Just so we can kind of see what the difference is here. So right now we have 473 creators in health that are producing that much. Think of the 80-20 of the 80-20 there. there, guys. Now, a lot of these creators, just so you guys know, live in the Social Commerce Club creator, high GMV creator network, right? So these are very difficult to get a hold of, obviously, right? And they're probably getting, I don't know, 100 messages a day, 200 messages a day, maybe more from brands. So we're probably not going to go for the 50K plus ones off the bat.
Agreed. I would suggest usually starting off at around the 1K mark for new brands.
Let's see what the 1K to 5K mark brings us. And awesome. Okay. So we've got a decent amount in just within there. How else do we want to, because now remember, we only have 1,000 messages that we're going to be able to send. How else do we want to bring them, start to narrow down our focus here?
Yeah, I would say the next big thing, like follower count doesn't matter that much. I guess if you have a product that you're trying to sell to men or women, you could go with audience gender, for example. But I would say post rate is the next thing you'd want to use to filter, because what post rate essentially means is how often when you're giving that affiliate a product, are they actually going to post a product, or are they just going to keep it and not post it, which results in a violation for them, but that does happen. So for example, an affiliate with an 80% post rate, it means that out of 10 times when you're sending them a product, they will post a video 8 times and then keep the product without posting a video 2 times, right? So
yeah.
Higher.
Now, is there any reason that we're not doing like, shouldn't we do like 1 to 5,000 and then 5 to 10,000 and like those higher GMV brackets?
Right off the bat, I would, as you said earlier, the higher GMV a creator is generating, the harder it's going to be to get a hold of them when your shop is just brand new. Because the fact of the matter is that these creators that are generating GMV are going more for, even if your product is really good, they're going for numbers, right? They're attracted to the gold at the end of the rainbow. So They want to see sales already because it means it's easier to sell of the product. And they also want to see reviews because that means that people are buying the product and leaving reviews, and the higher review is easier to sell.
Okay.
That is what these affiliates will go for. And that doesn't mean you can't work with them. It's just going to be harder to reach out to them. So when you're a brand new shop with 1,000 messages to reach out with, you want to be very focused and increase the chances as much as possible for you to work with a GMV generating affiliate.
Awesome. I'm going to kick Bora's screen off here for a second because I want to show you guys something very interesting here. And we're going to go to my TikTok shop strategist here just so you guys can all see this here. So we're going to take a look. I have already put all of the information of the products in here. And so we're focusing today again on focus. All of this is in here. So instead of us guessing right now at who exactly we should go after, because I've got a couple of thoughts here as Bora and I are going through this, instead what I'm going to ask is what kind of creator should we work with for the focus product, age, etc. So let's just see what the AI strategist says here. Now, remember, this AI strategist has all of the access to the internet, and it also has all of the access to all of my knowledge and all of my team. So we have this fitness athlete hybrid. This is an interesting gender, skews slightly male if needed for initial positioning. I was actually thinking about this authentic, high energy, no nonsense sort of person, a CrossFit athlete. I think the reason why I resonate so much with this, I'm sure you guys can tell that I am a CrossFit athlete as well, And so I've been actually thinking about this. I feel like all of these people are like avatars that I could potentially be as well. Like if I'm ever trying to find a new persona, but think about this person, this 24 to 38-year-old male in particular. I think that that's who we're going for. In fact, Chris, who is the owner, is former military. And so he really built this like this. If you look at the branding, and I should have brought the bottle in here with me, but if you look at the branding, and we saw it before, it's this nice black bottle. To me, that's not screaming feminine. And I think that if we went with female creators in the first 1,000 messages, we probably actually wouldn't do as well as if we end up going with more of a male crowd. So I think that that's where we should focus. And again, guys, I've been in the marketing game for years and have done this for years where I can sort of skip us a few steps here to know exactly how to position a product and who to position it to. So I want us to go more with this 24 to 38-year-old, maybe even a little bit older male, this millennial basically, right? Like that male who is going to speak to this, right? Somebody who is athletic, potentially here like this mental edge biohacker, right? That is mostly going to be in health, right? They're going to be a health person. And I think that that's really going to help us narrow down who we're going to go for. The everyday athlete productivity enthusiast is great. Again, here's why my TikTok shop strategist is just the best. Has TikTok shop enabled, obviously, in GMV history via Reacher. I like that.
Nice.
Posts at least 3 times a week with solid engagement. Interesting. And talks about these sorts of ideas, right? This is going to be a really good one for when we then go and release our sleep supplement after as well. So sleep is going to be the next one that we're going to do. Today, today we're just going to do this particular one. So Bora, I'll let you take over again now that we've used the AI strategist to be able to find out exactly who we want to go after.
Awesome. Sounds good. I love that. It makes my job easier.
Yeah.
So we have about 3,000 right now. I'll do the audience age and gender you recommended, but I also want to try post rate if that's okay, with like maybe
Absolutely. Yeah.
more than
so 80% and higher post rate, which makes a lot of sense because so then we know that 4 out of 5 samples are going to get posts for sure.
Right. And that right there brings us down to 1,093. Okay. Now let's see audience gender male. Okay. 210. Okay. So that drops it down quite a bit. And then we said.
So let's maybe not do age now that we're at 210. I think that we should up the GMV and start to look at some other GMV levels as well.
Right. Let's do that.
So let's go some higher GMV levels. So now we have 269 creators.
10K to 25K, 350K.
Good. Let's keep going. Let's keep
it going. 25 to 50K. 393.
Yeah, let's go to our 50K and plus.
441.
So we have 441 creators altogether. This particular aesthetic that post more than that many times, that post 80% of the time. Bora, thoughts on this as we're looking at these 441 creators?
I think so. We could consider, because we still have 1,000 that we can reach out to, right? This doesn't even go to half of that. So I think we could consider dropping the post rate a little bit to 70% potentially, and then maybe removing the last portion of 50K plus.
Now, why would we remove the last portion of 50K plus? Why do we not want to reach out to them? What's the trouble with us potentially reaching out to these 50K plus people?
So I'm just concerned about, so there's also another thing to keep in mind. When you're reaching out via the affiliate portal, you only have 5 messages you can send to each affiliate before you can never message them again, unless they respond to you. Just want to hold the 50K plus affiliates who are the least likely to respond until maybe later once we've generated some sales and some reviews, because they will help us scale through the roof and to the moon, hopefully, right? I mean, all of them will, but it's just a different caliber of affiliate that I want to maybe hold off on for the very early days.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So that's really good to know. Let's check the post rate below or above 70%. Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah. 586.
So 586. Now we can get rid of the 50K plus and 526. So that's a pretty good amount of affiliates for us to reach out to. Is that right?
Agreed. I would say that's a good place to start.
Awesome. That's great. So we've got a good list for us to go after now. Now, what's the next step? Where are we headed next?
Right. So now that we have the creators we want to reach out to, we just scroll to the bottom. I mean, you can see a little preview of their names and whatnot. You can click and go to their TikTok if you'd like here. But the next step would be go to continue. And then we want to set up the target collaboration now. So what would you like to call it, Jordan?
So let's call this the focus. Now, who sees this?
The creators are going to see this part. This is a target collaboration that's going to be seen by all the creators in the affiliate center.
Okay, gotcha. So let's keep going then. So let's call this focus. Anything beyond focus that you would put in there?
Focus, maybe the name Humble Roots Focus.
Sure. Yeah, we can call it Focus Humble Roots. Yeah, great. Valid until. What are we going to do for this for a date?
I would recommend giving, because you don't want the target collaboration to expire. So like, for example, if we put tomorrow, that means this target collaboration will expire tomorrow, right? So we want to give the affiliates enough time to get the product and post a video and generate sales. So I'd recommend a few months out actually for this one.
Okay.
Maybe we can do like June 30th maybe.
Sounds great. Awesome. Now here's where we're going to put in our product ID.
So what is the product ID? Do you want me to get it from the affiliate center?
Yeah. So we're going to go over to Affiliate Center.
So let's get the product ID.
We're going to find the specific product here, and we are going to do...
So it says it's unavailable, but maybe I can check the target collaboration side of things. So choose product. Sometimes it has a different product ID. No, okay, looks like it's unavailable, but we can still put it in there for the purposes of the video.
Okay, great. So he's going to copy this focus cognition support.
This one, right? Yep. Okay, copy that ID and then bring it in here, paste it, and add. And then the commission rate is going to be, what did they put here? Oh, I can check in open collaboration actually. So go check the commission rate. That's going to be, looks like 25%, it looks like.
Okay, so we're going to go with 25% here. And then for shop ads, we're going to do 10%.
10% shop ads.
So again, the big reason here, guys, this is like a masterclass here of like all of the things that we're talking about constantly and diving like right into this, right? So we want to do a much higher rate of commission on anything that is organic and a lower rate on shop ads commission so that we can actually make money when we're running ads. That's a really, really good thing for us to do here.
Awesome.
Great. And it doesn't look like the product stayed there, did it?
It's in here.
In
it's
product ID.
It's
okay, great.
Yeah, it's in there.
So we're going to offer free samples.
Yeah, want to turn that on, offer the free samples. Now, the important thing here is it automatically selects this auto approve request. I think for this case, this is okay. But generally, I would recommend manually approving requests. Actually, I would still maybe even still recommend manually approving requests. I just like to look at the affiliates before they get approved. So what this does is when an affiliate submits a sample request, auto approve requests here that's currently selected will automatically just say, okay, you're good to go, and start sending them the product, and it'll be shipped to them and they'll create a video, right? But you still want to vet the affiliate before you accept them, because especially in the early days, you want the most relevant, high quality GMV generating affiliates to make videos for you. Now, we filtered down to what we presume is going to be high quality, but we still don't exactly know that yet, right?
Yeah.
So probably want to manually approve.
Yeah, sounds great.
Email address.
Also, just for people listening to this right now we have preferred content type, which is either no preference, shoppable video, or shoppable live. For me, I have no preference in this. We just want them to make money. Contact information. So this is where we're going to add our contact information for when creators reach out here. For this particular case, what are we going to put in here, Bora?
Probably if you have like an affiliate manager for the brand, you put in the affiliate manager's email address, or if there's an agency that's managing the brand, probably someone from the agency.
This one actually is going to be Reacher's managed service that's going to be managing this particular one.
Right. So that will probably be me then.
All right. So we're doing Bora at reacherapp.com. Awesome.
Yeah. And
great.
then
Now we've got a targeted collab message here. Bora, tell me your best practices. In the meantime, I'm also going to be in the background coming up with a message here with the TikTok shop strategist.
Okay, so yeah, there's two messages here actually, because we selected that third option in Reacher. The first one is this target collaboration message that when you send the target collaboration, and actually I can show you, when you send a target collaboration in the affiliate center, the message that you put in will be seen by all the affiliates that are invited to that target collaboration, right? Every single affiliate, and we invite 50 at a time. So all 50 affiliates will see this message at the same time. So best practices for this one is not being too specific to any one creator, having a more general message, and probably what I usually recommend is just inviting them, like telling them about the product a little bit, telling them about the opportunity a little bit as well. Maybe like a little bit about the commission, potential to work with them in the future with more detail like retainers or ad spend, and then a little bit about the product to get them really interested, just so they have a little more information about like, what is this target collaboration for? That would be that. And then the direct message to them, that's what we would recommend being a lot more detailed. So you can send a lot more in here. Of course, you don't want to send too much still, because these affiliates, as Jordan mentioned earlier, are getting a lot of messages. So they just want to like really quickly skim through it and get an understanding. I recommend quick introduction about the company, maybe quick introduction about the product. You don't have to be too cheesy with the wording like, oh, we really love your content and watch every single piece, because we probably don't. But yeah, just like be straightforward and factual and give them all the information they need to know about the product and the company. And then maybe some bullet points on, again, commission rate, potential to earn more via retainers, potential for ad spends, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I would recommend sending for the direct message into the affiliates creator messages.
Awesome. Right now in the background, what I'm doing is just playing around with the AI strategist, and I have something for Bora to put in here for the target collab, which I am going to send your way.
Awesome. Is there messaging in here, or do you want to send it?
Yes, there is. So there it is.
Awesome. So this is for the target collaboration message, right?
Yeah. So we have one for the target collab, and then we'll send out a bit of a longer message, and I will get that over to you as well.
Awesome. I'm with Humble Roots Performance, a veteran-owned supplement brand built for high performers. We just launched Focus, a clean, clinically dosed cognition plus energy stack. No BS blends, no crashes. We'd love to send you one bottle to try and get you set up in TikTok Shop to earn commission if you vibe with it. Open to organic posts or spark collabs, totally your call. Nice. I like it.
So I just want everyone to notice how nice and simple and quick that is, right? We're just letting them know, hey, they're veteran owned, right? That I think will vibe and jive with a lot of the male content creators here, right? We just launched Focus, a clean, clinically dosed cognition energy stack. Maybe even actually in here, you might want to say something about an amazing nootropic. So let's throw that in there as well.
A clean, clinically dosed. Let's see. Just launched Focus.
Let's also mention, I'll give you the word nootropic here too.
Awesome.
Okay. And then I've got another one here to send your way that we are going to put in. Nice and simple. We'll put creator name in there, I think, too. I think it's good to do the hey at creator name. I think the personalized just makes it a little bit better. I know that everyone's getting them anyway, but
hey creator name. And then I'm with Humble Roots. Do you want me to read the whole thing again for the Spotify?
Nope, that's good. That's great. We're offering 25% commission on TikTok Shop, and if your content hits, we'll put ad spend behind it via Spark Ads and drive views and boost your earnings. Would love to send you a bottle to try out. Interested. And then, so what I would add as well is say, worst case, you try the product out and get super focused.
Okay, let's do it. Worst case.
Right? Something like that, that just is a little bit more personalized and fun, and it's great. Now, tell me a tiny bit about your AI chatbot feature that's on the side there.
Yeah, sure. So without going into too much detail, essentially this AI chatbot will help you respond to creator messages after you get, the first 1,000, 2,000, etc. messages out per day. You will start getting an insane amount of responses from creators. They'll just start messaging you and asking questions. What is this product? How do I submit a sample, etc., etc. So our AI chatbot, instead of having you or someone from your team, a real human, going in and responding to each message, our AI chatbot will essentially be able to respond to 90% of the messages that are coming in from these creators and allowing you to message and respond to the most important messages that we don't know how to solve, essentially. Like maybe some very specific questions about the product that we wouldn't know.
So we're going to turn that on for this then?
We could. Yeah, we could.
I feel like it makes total sense. So let's go back for a second, just to the top here. I just want to change a tiny bit of wording. And guys, remember,
Sure.
In this is really a sales process, right? So right now we have open to organic posts or Spark collabs. I want to say open to organic posts and Spark collabs or Spark collabs using ad spend. And Spark collabs with ad spend. Perfect. Good.
Cool.
Great.
Okay.
So next up now, there's a, just for people that are listening now, it's configure AI is the next portion of this here.
Right. So we're going to click configure AI. And then now in this portion of the configuration, essentially what we're doing with the AI is we're reading every single creator message, and then we are categorizing each creator's message into one of these 5 buckets. So for example, if a creator sample has been approved, our AI will recognize that and it will send them this message automatically. It'll say, hey, creator, your sample has been approved. We're excited to work with you, yada, yada. If, for example, if a creator's messaging you complaining about being rejected, you could also, it will recognize that with our AI, and you could send them a message that whatever message you'd like to put here will be sent to them automatically. So you don't have to respond to those creators over and over again.
And what is this Slack status updates that you have in there too?
That is for when the AI doesn't know how to respond to a message. And if you and your team use Slack, you can enable that. And essentially it will, you enter a Slack channel ID, and then it will let you know and say, hey, Jordan, we have X amount of creators, sending you messages that we don't know how to handle. Could you please look into them and respond yourself?
Why would somebody not use Reacher? I don't even understand. It's like literally we've built all of this stuff into here. So we're not going to put the Slack channel ID in for this particular one right now. We're going to go save and exit. Bora and his team are we're working together on this account to manage this in the background right now. So this is great. We've got a bunch of samples, we've got the AI going, and we've got this automation going. Now, is this live now?
It is not live yet. As you can see the status here of automations at any given time, you'll be able to view the status. And sometimes you'll have like a little notification here that you can hover over to tell you more about the status. But right now, all we have to do left is click start, and then this should get going right away. I believe as long as the account setup is fully completed, which it looks like it is almost fully completed. I think the last thing to do is install this affiliate app from the official TikTok Shop app store. It might still work without that app, but this just essentially gives us API access into the backend of TikTok Shop and lets everything run way more smoothly.
Guys, we set up from the beginning to the end in 34 minutes here of this video exactly how you can set up your very first campaign. We're going to get to 526 creators. We're going to start to get samples out to creators. The next video that Bora and I are going to do for you is going to be once we actually start sending out samples and once we actually start to have videos back from those creators. So after this, we're going to make sure that all of the nitty-gritty stuff is set up in the background and creators are going to start to get samples. We're going to make sure that the reviews app is all integrated into the back end as well. And I'm super, super excited to start getting samples out and seeing what kind of content creators make. Bora, is there anything else that we missed? Anything that you want to make sure that people out there understand about how to use all of this together?
I think we went into as much detail as needed for that initial starting to work with new creators right off the bat. One more thing I could show really quickly is that you can also upload lists of creators yourself if you have have a list from any other third-party tools like Calidata or Fastmoss, or maybe even sometimes TikTok representatives will give you a list of creators and they'll say, hey, here's a good list for you to reach out to. You can also upload that here if you don't want to do all the filtering and stuff. But other than that, I think we're pretty golden.
That's great. And at Social Commerce Club, with the sort of enterprise level brands that we work with, a lot of times we will get these big lists of creators and then actually upload them into the back end of Reacher there so that we can reach out to them. A lot of times these will be creators that are from different organizations as well that we're then bringing into our creator pool. So that's super great. We're going to have more and more videos like this. Guys, if you like this video, let me know down in the comments if this was helpful. Again, if you guys are struggling with getting going on TikTok Shop, I do have a school community. Bora is in there as well. And some of the other guys from Reacher, where we are just teaching people how to get started and scaling on TikTok Shop. The link will be down below for you guys to join the group. New members are joining every single week. It's really, really great to have you guys in there. I just want to say thanks everyone for sticking around to the end. And Bora, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. That TikTok Shop AI is awesome that you've made. I need to start using that more.
Yes, you do have access to that. And I don't exactly remember how much I put it up for sale for, but you have to first enter school and then you can buy it if you want access to that TikTok Shop AI. It is phenomenal. Every single day it's being added to. There's more and more information in there. It's just such a no-brainer if anybody wants the easy button. So there you go, guys. Thanks so much.
Bye.